St. Paul's. We are having Reader's Theater. This is Stanley's Party. Our narrators here is Haley Allen, Lily Wolfinger, Madison Lambeth, and Natalie Stolzer. They will be reading the story to you so you will understand listening. Then we have actors up here and actresses that will be acting out the story for you to watch. We have Zachary as Oscar the dog. We have Maddie as Alice the dog. We have Amelia and Olivia as the owners of Stanley. And we have Joshua as Stanley the dog. Okay? So we're going to start right now.
Stanley knew he wasn't supposed to sit on the couch, but his people went out a lot, and they never came home before midnight.
So, one night, Stanley began to wonder what would happen if he sat on the couch while they were gone. Just one little minute.
He put one paw on the couch and waited and waited. Nothing happened. He put a second paw up, then a third, and a fourth.
Slowly, Stanley dragged his whole huge body onto the couch. He sat there nervously, listening. He waited for someone to yell, "Stanley, off the couch!"
But no one said a thing, so Stanley lay down. The couch was more comfortable than he had ever dreamed, so soft and comfy.
Stanley stretched out his legs. He put his paws up on the cushions. He squirmed and sniffed the couch. The couch was wonderful, so soft and comfy.
All that evening, Stanley stretched and lounged on the couch. It was so soft and comfy.
But just before midnight, he remembered the people. He straightened the cushions, brushed away dog hair, and hopped off the couch.
When his people came home, he was waiting at the door, wagging his tail like a good dog. Good dog, Stanley! Good dog, Stanley!
That's me. Stanley felt so clever. He was so pleased with himself that the next night he decided to try something new. He had noticed that when his people sat on the couch, they often listened to music.
Stanley had seen how they got it. He pushed some buttons with his nose. A moment later, music filled the room. Wonderful music.
Stanley was happy. His body began to sway and his feet began to move and move.
Soon Stanley was waltzing around the room. When the music changed, he tried a cha-cha and tango, even did a bit of ballet.
Stanley danced with the storm that Saturday night.
He didn't stop until just before midnight. Then once again, he turned off the music and tidied the couch.
When his people came home, he was sitting on the living room floor like a good dog.
Good dog, Stanley! Good dog, Stanley!
Bark, bark, bark. I'm a good dog.
On the third night, Stanley broke into the fridge. It wasn't hard. He just pushed his nose firmly to the rubber seal, and the door popped open. That was easy for Stanley.
There was lasagna in there that he'd been watching for days. It didn't last long. He was hungry.
After it was gone, Stanley licked the plate clean and put it into the sink.
When his people came home, he was lying on his dog bed.
Good dog, Stanley! What a good dog!
Bark. I'm a good dog.
Stanley couldn't believe his new life. Now he didn't mind at all when his people went out. Not at all.
As soon as they left, he sat on the couch.
He twisted and jerked to the music he loved.
He nibbled and nibbled from the fridge.
I'm having so much fun. I am.
But after a couple of weeks, he realized that something was still missing. What was it?
And one day, when Stanley's people took him to the dog park, he figured it out. He was tired of having fun alone. He wanted a party.
He trotted over to his best friend Alice and asked,
How'd you like to come over to my house this evening when my people go out?
What for? What's at your house?
We could sit around on the couch, put on some music, do a little dancing, and maybe have a snack. We can have a party.
Sounds great. No, sounds wonderful. I'll definitely be there.
Oscar, another dog friend, trotted up and said,
What sounds great? Come on, Stanley, tell me. Is there a party? Before Stanley knew it, he invited Oscar too, and Mabel, and Digger, and Jessie Jeff. He invited 2 more dogs on the way home.
and all the dogs he invited talked to other dogs, and those dogs talked to other dogs, and those dogs talked to still other dogs. Oh my.
That night, right after Stanley's people left, the dogs began to show up. At first they came in twos and threes. Then they arrived in packs. Oh my.
Some of them were Stanley's friends, but a lot more were strangers. Stanley wasn't worried yet.
The more the merrier. Let's party, party.
It wasn't long before the house was jammed with every kind of dog you can imagine. Oh my!
Shaggy dogs, bald dogs, dogs with wrinkles, dogs with fleas, humongous dogs, teeny dogs, dogs with floppy ears, and many, many more. Oh my.
They filled the rooms, they passed the stairs, they float out on the porch and lawn. Oh my.
Drooling dogs, stanky dogs, dogs that needed a bath. Oh my.
Anyone hungry? There's plenty to eat.
Stanley popped the fridge door open. Dogs of all kinds poured into the kitchen. Oh my!
Help yourself. Let's party, party.
Soon the fridge was bare. Nothing was left. Oh my.
Anyone care for some music? Let's party, party.
He put on some rock and roll, the dogs went wild. They stomped, they boogied, they bebopped and jived, shaking their paws all night long.
They twisted and jitterbugged and mashed. They danced until their paws were sore. Danced until the whole house shook. Oh my.
And who do you think danced the hardest of all? Come on, take a guess. The party dog of all.
Stanley. It was the best doggone party a dog ever had.
It was also the only night ever that Stanley's people came home early. Oh my.
At first, they didn't say anything. Then they said, Stanley! Bad dog!
All the dogs except Stanley had to go home. Stanley helped the people clean up and clean up.
It took 2 whole days.
After that, whenever Stanley's people went out, they took Stanley with them. Oh.
Stanley didn't mind. He went out a lot.
As for the party, well, this all happened a long time ago. But in Stanley's neighborhood, the dog